Namaste, beloved. Very welcome, everyone, to this meeting today. So let us begin our conversations. Who want to talk to me first? Yeah, Uma.
Thank you so much for today's satsang. I want to explore freshly about totality, samagrata, how we can start, how we can understand, and also I will check something related to this later.
Uh, I would like to share like this in the beginning. Um, and then maybe it will give us a more context or direction, like freshly. Whenever we do anything in our daily life, let's say we are doing something physical, no? Physical activity we are doing, it feels as if part of ourself is doing it. No, it feels like only part of ourself is doing it. Rest of ourself is doing what that time? Have we thought about it? Generally, we don't, because we are like in a routine, like in the back of the mind. Always there is a routine going on that okay, after this I will do this, after this I will do that, and then today I will do this, and tomorrow I will do this, and this week or this month I will do this, and this year, and then next year this is my plan and my planning and forecast, and like this. So there is a kind of continuous circle of thoughts or planning and activity going on internally, no? And we may think that because of that I am only partially available here. Not really. It's not like this. Because if it was like this, then it will be justifiable. Then whole of yourself is doing something right now in this moment, involving in this moment or participating in this moment. No, just part of you, let's say 20-30% of you is doing the physical activity, and rest of you is doing the thinking activity for present day, week, month, year, and years to come. Right? But it is not like this. Very little amount of ourself is doing this actual planning for uh, for the day, for the weeks, months, and years. No, rest of ourself is doing what? This rest of ourself basically is doing something like a daydreaming, as if it is just dreaming, like living in the thoughts, imagining about things which happened, like living many different kind of fears also, living many different kind of desires also through thinking, imagination. If this happens, suppose this happened, like this. So this ourself, which is by the way surprisingly a lot more than we think. Like generally speaking, it is like 80% of ourself is doing daydreaming, 20% of ourself is doing everything else, generally speaking. Different people have different ratio or percentage based on, let's say, the more dedicated somebody is to this task that they are doing, or the more they are able to funnel their energy, abilities into this activity that they are doing, the more they are present here, the more they are involved in this. The percentage changes now. Have you noticed that sometime accidents happen? A joyful accident happens sometime. No? Like somebody told me that I forgot I bought a new phone iPhone, and I forgot it in a rickshaw that next day only. Then I came home. Then I suddenly realized and then I rushed. And to my surprise, the rickshaw driver was there and he was holding my phone and I got it and I was very happy. But during this time, I had no thought processes or those things which bother me. Everything was one. I said, this is what is totality. When you are one, unified, undivided being, whether you call yourself doer because you are doing something, whether you call yourself thinker when thinking something, whether you call yourself experiencer when experiencing something. No, doesn't matter what we call, but this is basically the being. No? So the majority, generally speaking, like let's say when we go to office, then it is going to be, let's say, 80% of ourself. When we go to office, then it will be, let's say, 60% of ourselves sitting back internally, and 40% of ourselves doing the work. No, let's say could be. When at home, like resting time. Then 20% of ourselves only doing everything, and 80% of ourselves just there. No? Where we go when we say, let's say I'm resting right now, just say idea, can we explore like this? When you say, oh, I did a lot of work, I have to rest now. Your physical body did a lot of work, it has to rest. So it is sitting in the chair, no, let's say. Yeah? That time, where do you go? What happens to you? Because it is just your body resting, no? Or are you resting? In the same way, mind, in the same way, emotional experiences or involvement with the experiences. No? So either we go in the resting, like a deep rest, which is what we call deep sleep. Deep sleep is not necessarily that what we experience in the night. It can be experienced in the daytime also. Let's say when you took some nap. No, when we took some nap, like what we call power nap also is something connected to that. Like very deeply experiencing something, like totally resting. You are totally resting. No? Rarely it will happen, but mostly we are going in the dreaming. So there is an internal dreaming going on continuously. Okay. That dreaming basically is called ego or ego mind. You are the soul, you are the self, and that is called ego mind. And when you are lost in that, you are called a ego self. Because in that daydreaming, in that dreaming, continuous dreaming, you have become something like a character. You are a character in that story which is going on internally. I did this, you did this, I am doing this, you are doing this, I will do this, you will do this. There is a I, there is a you always there. Not that I and you are not there in the world. They are there, but in a different way than what we experience or know. No? When the soul lives as itself, then there is a I and a you also, but it's in a different way. Now this world is full of souls, not full of persons. No? Which is a very different view and experience of life than a personal experience of the same existence. No? So totality is all connected to how much you withdraw yourself from this egoic mind into this moment, into this activity that you are doing. It's just about that. And how much we are able to. And mostly it's like going to keep us pulled in a way, And for that egoic mind, to get free from that egoic mind is what we are doing. Like all this spiritual effort that we are doing here is for that only, Meditation we do for that only. Meditation is in a way being total in not doing anything. Okay? Like the more total you are in not doing anything, the more you have succeeded in meditation. And the same egoic mind will not let you not do anything. The same egoic mind which does not let you be total in what you are doing will not let you be total in not doing also. This is why it is this egoic mind is seen as an imprisonment. This is the imprisonment of the soul. And to get free from this, totality is one of the proposed very effective way to highlight that I am doing this, then why I am thinking about other things right now. I am doing this activity, then why I am trying to solve certain things or remaining absent from it. No, like why it is like this. Do you feel that this direction is you can bring me to another direction, because the truth of the totality will be same, but we can look at it from different angles. No?
Yes, this is the very good direction. I am totally connected and noticing inside something also. I noticed that why we are not total in doing at first place. What is the reason?
And what do you feel? What is the reason?
I feel that this is the this ego state of myself which always wants something other than what is present here to do.
True, it is true. Because the ego state is a local energy center, energy circle created within ourselves. It is not really directly connected to how life is happening today, how life is happening in the present moment. It is connected to maintaining the life inside this circle in the form of thoughts and feelings, memory. No, like so. That's why even if it looks like I want to do this activity, like as if this energy, even if this energy circle seemingly supports you to do this, it is not really supporting. It is still supporting itself in a way. Like when this energy circle has the idea of totality, then this idea of totality will support the activity of totality that you will be doing, but only little bit. No? It will not let you really be total, because as soon as you really become total in doing what you are doing, you will not have energy left to think about totality. You will be total in the doing, actuality of total, living that actuality of totality, not thinking about totality. No? But this energy circle is all, egoic mind energy circle is all about thinking. Let us think about totality. Like how well we can do it. That's why there is the importance of how to's in this mind, egoic mind. There is the importance of how to. Like it is all about how to do it, because it is just as if trying to buy time, so that it can continue as itself. No? Like the more difficult the how to, the better, so that the more time can be taken to, or can be justified that it is difficult. That's why I'm not succeeding. No? It just simply does not want to do anything. This energy does not want to do anything basically. And that's where every soul has to take a call at some point. This energy is not going to do anything. I have to do something about it now. Like this. That's what is choosing truth. When the soul chooses truth, basically means that the soul chooses itself a free life, a joyful life, a stable life, no, which is full of clarity, spashtata, no, spashtata. Anand, joy, full of continuous joy, and a knowing, self-knowing, no? Atma Gyan, like this.
And gee, one more thing I noticed that when in this ego state, I don't want to do what is present here to do. I always oppose. I always register it, and it feels like I want to go somewhere other than this place. And in this state, meditation is a very beautiful and effective offering. Like, because this somewhere, if I go to meditation, this is that somewhere place, and I uh, find peace and relax here. And when then I come out, then automatically my percentage improves to do this work. Like this totality improves. So
It is correct. It is correct. So there are two things in it. When you the self is here, and this energy, egoic energy, is trying to do something, like something other than suggesting that I want to do something else than what I am doing right now. I want to go somewhere other than where I am right now. There is a egoic play here, where it really does not want to go anywhere else. It doesn't want to do anything else really. But also there is a call from the soul also here, where soul sometimes has got tired not of doing anything. Soul never gets tired of doings, by the way. So there is no possibility that soul can ever feel that, oh, I am tired, sorry, I cannot do anything today. No, soul has got tired of struggle. struggle of kind of trying to come out of itself, because this ego is not energy, ego is not letting it do anything, not letting it focus on it, and it is like a lot of struggle than just doing a simple physical activity, no? So because of that, a tiredness happens in the soul, and that time the soul feels like, can I give up this whole thing? Not that I do something else, just give up the whole thing. This giving up the whole thing is a very right environment for the soul to sit and meditate. No? Because meditation is not really doing something particular. It is more giving up all the doings for the time being and resting in the being. No? So in that way, yes. Otherwise, it is mostly not the case. But if it is like this, then it is very good. Meditation is very good for you. Then what happens is that you will be able to catch the rest nicely. Finally, then you have more energy in a way. More energy means you feel more strength in a way that you can face this struggle again. Because it's a struggle that the egoic energy is pulling you in itself and suggesting you to go somewhere else and do something else and not focus on this what life has brought to you today. And you are deciding by your willpower, by your decision, by your sadhana, no, that no, I have to focus on this because I am practicing totality. No? And that struggle you can take up again because you are feeling strength now in the being. No? So meditation helps in this way. And this is precisely, by the way, this what we are talking precisely is what is transcending the ego. This is what is transcending the ego. No? Because ego is not a thing in itself, it's just energy keeping us in it, not letting us. That's why totality becomes a very, very practical solution. Otherwise, mostly in the egoic state, we keep thinking, discussing, even spirituality and believing that I'm growing. And maybe we are not. Maybe we are growing. We have to check. But maybe, because if we are growing in spiritually, if we are growing spiritually, then definitely there will be some change happen in our life in a beautiful way. Like we will be more total in doing things or not. This will be the first result. Because ego is exactly opposite of totality. So if you are becoming free from ego, you are going to become total naturally or not. The way of the being is what is totality actually. The way of totality is the way of the being actually. No? How naturally a being lives is what is totality. No? From there we have learned that it is possible actually. You know. So being absent from what we are doing, not being total in what we are doing, is the egoic way of doing it, doing the same thing. No? Now it can be a very good pointer. That, this is the egoic way, and now I know what is the opposite of it. No? Whenever we know something, we also know what is the opposite of it or not. In this knowing of something, knowing of the opposite is also included. No? Like this. So I think it is good. No?
Yes, Ji, very good. One quick thing related to this, that when we are not total in our doings, then this discontentment remains in us, and we carry it in another work, and then more discontentment. It feels like is it true?
It is true. Discontentment basically is coming from the soul. You, the soul, has a sense of your strength, of your potential, and of your possibilities in this life. And you are sensing that I am not really fulfilling that. Like I can get so much more from this life, and I am getting so less. No? That is the discontentment. No? Like I'm not talking about as a whole, individually also. This particular task I can do much better than I'm doing. Like the soul is able to feel it. And that's what is discontentment. Yes, it is true. But there are souls. Mm, but that depends on our self-awareness also. Like how aware the soul is, that much the soul is aware of its strength, its potential, and its possibilities. No? And based on that, discontentment will come. The more self-aware soul, the more discontentment felt. No? Like at some point it will become like a spear in your heart, no? Like this, like a knife in your heart. You feel like, oh my God, I cannot live without changing something. I have to do something now. Until then, it's like okay, like fine. You know? It's more like bitterness sometimes, and then followed by sweetness. At some point, it's just all bitter, you know, like this. So it depends. Different beings have different kind of experience about it, based on their state. No? But it is true, and that discontentment also accumulates in a way. Like it's a very strange kind of vicious circle. That more discontentment is felt, then next time you will be less total in doing what you are doing. Then you will that discontentment will accumulate now. You know, it kind of accumulates, like it becomes bigger and bigger. Now we had 1,000 regions to be lost in the egoic energies. Now we have one more region, 1,001 region now to be lost in the egoic energy. That is discontentment. Because that discontentment also happens in the egoic energy only, meaning it happens in the soul, but the detailing of it, what happened, why it happened, what to do, what not to do, you know, all of that. That's why it is suggested that it is much better if you want to be really free from ego and come back to into the discipline and the way of the being. It is much better to focus on what you are doing right now and start focusing from today right now. Then think about what happened, why it happened, and why it was not working, and now why it. You know what I mean? Because that's a very very big energy pool containing so many things and a lot of stickiness. It has a lot of unconsciousness in it. Unconsciousness means when the soul goes there, the soul become unconscious up to some degree also. So your strength will be much less if you go in that. Yeah. So best is to take help of the sun light of the present moment, and also to get the nourishment of this sunlight of the present moment, and remain very strong here and capable of doing everything. This is what is the best practice. Just focus on what you are doing, and more so. So remaining in the present, being total, is one and the same thing. It's not two things. No? If somebody is total, they are going to be in the present. If somebody is present, they are going to be total. No? Like this. I hope that it is all covered now.
Yes, very beautifully you covered. Thank you so much. Very helpful sharing.
Oh, thank you. Anna, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
As a continuous of what you were speaking with Uma, I would like to ask about this samagrita in contact, like in conversation, for example. And last week you suggested it also yourself to practice, for example, now with you. Of course, with you it's much easier because one doesn't want to hide, or like the processes which we learn of how to communicate and what to say. It's not about work or something that's already, just practiced, and then it comes from what we already know. So it's fresh with you. But still, it's...
no, I don't think that this is what it is.
Okay, then you please clear it, because I wanted to say something is still, even with you, maybe it would be just complete silence if I would be completely not hiding with you. Somehow like that. I don't know. If you can clear it. Thank you.
Totality is not really in the same model in which we have been living as a person with other persons. Interactions with other personal interactions are dependent on both the people. Really, never independent. No? Personal way of interacting, personal way of conversation is always not independent. It is always dependent on two people. Like you are able to converse with some people better than some other people, for example, isn't it? Because it depends, like your energy, their energy matches, flows, and something unfolds better or something blocks, like feels blockage and doesn't flow, no? So this is a different way of conversation than totality, than the way of the being. No? The way of the being is independent way of conversing, not dependent way. Egoic way or personal way is a dependent way of living life. And way of the being is an independent way of living life. It is obviously most rewarding and also it requires investment, like effort. It has a cost to it. No? It is not as cheap as just, you know, taking birth in this life and, getting brought up by any, society and anything like this. Like by default, we all get this gift of society or not? To be able to converse this way or that way, a little bit or more, no? No, this is something that has to be earned individually, It is much more than that. So in this context, even when between me and you, I know you are supporting in some way from inside my conversation, and I know I am supporting in some way your conversation, conversing with me. Yes, it is true, but it doesn't mean that we don't have that opportunity of totality in conversation right now here. So let me show you how. Okay. That the very basic principle of totality is connected to the one who is talking, you in this case. It is connected to the truth of who you are. It is not connected to the other party actually. And in satsang, this can be practiced, and I suggest should be practiced actually, because this is the best place to practice it. This is the best place to see that it is really possible to remain rooted in my being and think, feel, convert, like, analyze everything that I need to analyze here, and then bring it up, and get it be, get it explored, and then what I don't want to discuss, I don't discuss. No, this is the best place actually for this. And once it is practiced here, it can continue functioning outside also. No? Like in the same amount, totality in conversation has been attained. No? So what is totality in this case is that you don't try to go anywhere right now than where you are. Meditation basically is a door into this moment. Just being here is a way to come back to the present moment, or to get out of the engagements with of the thoughts and feelings, no? Of the egoic mind. No? Because if you can be total with me here, my job becomes so much more easier and simple. No? And even if you succeed a little bit, still we will succeed together so much. No? So I don't want you to believe what I'm saying. I want you to explain to me what do you really want right now from me in this moment. And that you can do only if you are total. Like the whole of you should feel what is your main challenge in your life, what is your main problem in your life, what exactly you want to solve as a whole forever. And for that, whole of you must be here. Not part of you is just here and part of you is in the thoughts and feelings of the individual level. No. That level too, this level too, all of that should come together as one thing. No. Is this not what is totality? Then this is such a, I will be so happy to talk to every one of you. Doesn't matter what language you are using in the sense of whether it's spiritual concept or non-spiritual concept. Truth is same. Truth is one. Truth is not really spiritual or non-spiritual, no? Meaning it is not dependent on whether you use spiritual concept or not. You are the soul. I am the soul. So talk to me right now and then see.
Then I can express it like this, that I would like to solve that I feel some kind of intimacy or like more see-through when I speak from the totality, and I something doesn't like that in the normal life. Here in satsang, it's okay, but it doesn't feel safe in an everyday life, and it takes a lot of energy, and it takes a lot of joy because of that.
I think there seems to be a process, or you can say transition period, where you will understand that it is not true. What you're feeling is not true. That feeling inside is not true, really. So it is like as if you, the soul, has been living in a very divided state continuously, either this or that you are not open for the wholeness of yourself right now. Slowly you are opening up and going to become settled very nicely. So what you will feel is that all of my levels can exist at the same time. And but not that all of them have to be activated or participating with the person that I am talking to. That depends on the person. How much that person is open for you, that much your layers or coast will get opened for them. No? You see what I mean? But you will still remain whole of yourself. No? Like this. So it is like it's a little bit of a process that is taking time. You are opening up to the truth of who you are a little bit. No? Nothing need to be done there as much as something need to be done here right now. Satsang is the perfect place for doing that thing, opening up to the truth of yourself, embracing the completeness of yourself. What you will do there, you can do even that here. Because there is a talk happening, there is some individual talking to you also, not only the being present. No? So let your being listen to this being. Let your individual level listen to this individual level or not. And you will be able to actually see that here maybe I am whole of myself conversing, but there I can partly converse. No? The rest of myself can just continue resting, no? Nicely, enjoying my beauty of my being in the silence. My body and my tongue and my brain and my mind can converse. This slowly will happen, but it will happen really very nicely. Like we don't have to specially do things for it. It is most natural. Initially, what is happening is that whole of you come out of yourself all the time, regardless of this is what also I notice happens. But do you feel that are we going in the right direction?
Yes, yes, I will observe. Still, could you say something about this emptiness around other people, or like this just being myself around other people, and intimacy, like because it feels
Emptiness around other
yes,
people.
emptiness of myself, like just being myself, and about intimacy. If you can say a few words, because it feels for me very, very intimate.
It is intimate for sure.
Yes, yeah.
But what happens is that you are not used to of the two um, two aspects of yourself. You can say in a way you are getting acclimatized to it. No? This what you are calling emptiness, the intimacy is your truth of being. No? It feels very nice, no? Very nice. Like yeah, that's myself. No? Because it is really yourself. But this yourself, most intimate, pure, empty, is not going to cause a bondage. In the sense that now, hey, Anna, what do you say about it? Let's say if I ask you that it will stop you. No, 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 you cannot talk now. No, not at all. Your taste of being should cause freedom to you. like making you more anti-fragile, making you more agile also. No? Not that it should make you less agile. No, this less agile is another form of ego now coming in. No? Like as if you, the soul is saying that this intimacy is something so powerful, so sacred, so beautiful, that I will lose it if I bring it out, or if I, bring it in this conversation with a personal, of a personal flavor. No? No. You need to just settle more in this truth. Is the answer of it actually. Like when you will become more intimate hmm, with this emptiness, you will become more empty in a way. Not your body mind will become more empty, no. Only you will become more empty in a way of any ideas or any feelings or any states or any outlook about anything also. When you don't have any fixed outlook, then how is life right now? Actually, the first expression that comes towards this life right now is freedom. Life is freedom. Life is a potential. Life is a free potential in this moment. Anything can come out of it right now. Anything can be attained also in a way. Not in the sense of desires of a person, but in the sense of potential. How much more can be attained from this moment has no limit to it, no? Like a free, empty being approaching now, okay? So now in this view, you show me that where is the challenge. I know the challenge, but I want you to know that what is the region of challenge.
The challenge is only that I'm keeping myself back, depending on the situation. It's same like when you were speaking to Uma. Sometimes at work it's 40%, and totality at home is for me more. So it's the other way around. It's like 90% because I'm around people where I feel comfortable and.
No,
Okay.
What I discussed about that was more a pointing or a understanding shared for practicing totality. No, what we are talking right now is different. I feel it's not the same thing. It is not you are practicing totality. It is that you are living your being, and the way of the being is totality. Don't practice totality. Just live in the way of the being, and that will be 100% always. No. Please be aware that I have gone through these challenges or confusions myself also. So I understand what you are going through. But if you can just understand a little bit what I'm saying, it can make you so much free, or you can help you so much in this. It can help you so much in this.
It feels naked. It feels very, a little bit like threatened.
Yeah, it is naked, but in front of your eyes only. No, there is nobody else
Yes.
seeing you inside. No?
Yes.
So why?
But why is that? Like,
Why?
why is that? It's nobody. I know that nobody sees that 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 I'm empty, but still it feels very, very awkward.
It is, I think, just the practice, like habit, your habit of living in this way, that you are finding it awkward. No? It may be a very simple example, but like you can get some taste of it. Like we went to one village, no, to our relative, and in the evening, it was evening, and then people came, one or two people came. Like it was family, so they came that okay, so what would you like to have in the dinner or something? And we said no, no, no. Like we are from the city people, no. City people say no, no, we don't want. Like so the host has to ask 2-3 times, no, then only. They asked one time, we said no one time, they just disappeared and nobody came after that. Till late night, no? This is a certain type of nakedness. We are just not used to of it, no? This is the nakedness of existence, what you are experiencing. We are just not used to of it. You are more of a city dweller in this case, no? You will get used to of it, no? Your being is not really limited to any concept of spirituality or of any other context. Live yourself beyond concepts. What does it mean? Now you will understand or not. So we are still kind of in a way mm, living in some kind of subtle hypnosis of concepts. That when we face the truth of who we are, it feels too pure or too empty or too naked. You are saying like this. You see what I mean? No, it's not actually. But is it joyful or not? This is also, you said actually it is joyful. Yeah. So this joyful is important. Remember this. This is the right direction. Continuous joy is the right direction. Joyful is not. Only joyful? No. Continuous joy. Joyful is occasionally possible in the ego state also. It happens anyway. No. Continuous joy. Or causeless joy also. Continuous joy is also the same as causeless joy. Like there is no cause of it. You don't find a region of it. Like from where, what is the region that you are joyful? You don't know that. Then this is true joy, no? You don't want to believe that it is joy. You don't want to even feel that this joy, and still you feel it. This is joy. This is true joy, continuous joy of the being. This is the taste of the being. No? So this is just about getting used to of it, I feel clearly. Mind, try to understand what we call mind is not just thoughts, feelings, emotions, and all the memory and capabilities. No, there is something, what we can call central mind. Central mind is what I call wisdom. So right now the wisdom of the soul is actually wisdom of the mind only. So the soul does not have its own original true mind. Its mind is egoic mind only, personal mind only in a way, individual mind only. No? So through that it is looking at these things. And this has to be broken. This core mind, not the thoughts, feelings or individuality or anything. No, this core mind is what is basically containing that sense of false self. It has to be broken and will be broken or dissolved. And you will be born again. This is how it feels. In truth, awakening is always like a new birth, like a being born again, no? Like this. That's why awakening is never in continuation with how things were. It is a complete interruption of that, end of it. But it is a beginning of something new also. No? It's not like just end and nothing happened after that. So I think we are good. Or if not, please say. It's fine. Thank you. So the totality will help you here also so much more. Every one of you, you are very, very most welcome to be total with me, because you can get the maximum from our conversations. We have a misunderstanding that when we are living in the fragmented state of the soul, where part of ourself is thinking in a certain way, looking in a certain way, attending something else, desiring something else, that if this whole thing comes together, it will be like a chaos. No, it will be like harmony. It is chaos only as long as it is scattered and serving different desires and different things. Only until then it is a chaos. When this whole thing is brought together, everything fits in some way like falls in such a right place that we feel only harmony. Like this. So this is the magic of totality. This is the magic of being present in this moment. No? This is a magical thing about experiencing unhappiness, suffering, or any form of internal challenges in the spiritual context. That we think that I have, let's say, I have total, you feel that you have total 10 problems, and you don't even have enough energy for one individual problem out of them, what to say of attending rest of the 9. So they all look so big that if they all come together, from where that strength will come that I will be able to face all of them? Actually, this is the magical part of it. If they all come together, you will become so much more stronger than them together that you will find them to be so small actually. So this is that sense of limitation or weakness experienced by the soul in the state of ego. And the soul continues trying to solve the problem, believing that if they are solved, then I will be strong. No, if you are strong, then they are solved. Or they don't need to be solved also. Most of them are found to be not a problem actually. You know. So this is that magical thing. If we can, like, as if you can do the math of what I'm saying, you will be surprised that is it really possible? So every one of you is very welcome to be total here right now and see the magic of totality. Don't attend anything inside you. Being total does not mean that you are total in attending everything right now. No, attend only this what is being shared, attend only this conversation with me or listening to me also in this satsang. But don't reject anything inside you, because that rejection is also taking up a lot of your energy, which is not available to you right now here in use. This can be used in conversation right now or listening. No? Be free from all of that work which we are doing right now inside. And that's the identification part of it. Try to understand identification or identity. This identity basically is a creation, like a side effect of identification, that when we are involved with the egoic mind for a long time, we have forgotten who we are. Now we start thinking about ourselves in a different way. And now that false self is feeling fear that if I stop attending my mind, what will happen to me? But if you don't stop attending your mind, you will remain as a ego, no? So this is that kind of process that everybody has to, face at some point. I think it's good. Thank you. Deepa, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
I guess you already answered my question. I wanted to ask about continuous joy. Anna answered it. You answered it when you were, Anna questioned.
I don't think that we touched it deeply. So let us revisit more deeply.
Sure. So, I guess I also have some same, I'm also on the same tangent in some way, but I think it's about the continuous joy. Like when I am around people I don't know, it's easy. But when I am around people who I know very well, very close to me in this life, if they are gossiping, I don't want to be part of that gossip. How to detach from that situation and just be in my joy in that moment? Like I just want to negate it all.
Understand. See, you need to understand what exactly is happening here to understand the solution. No? So a little bit quickly, let us understand what is happening here. So what is a relation basically? I know somebody means what? It is an internal, psychological, and sometimes emotional also relation. No? Like something corresponds in both. No? Like a familiarity. We are familiar with each other. No? So that is what is basically a relation of any type, whether we call it psychological or emotional or both or something else. No? So that relation basically means a corresponding energy between you and them. So that energy inside you gets activated when they are around you, when they are gossiping or doing anything. No? So that active energy inside you is what bothers you, right? This is clear, no? Up to the yeah. So also be aware that unless that energy goes out of you, this will continue. So option one, do something to remove this energy. Then they will not be familiar with you anymore. Like you will not call them my acquaintance or friend or somebody. You know what I mean? Like चलो एक बार फिर से अजनबी बन जाएं हम दोनों. No? Let us become strangers once again. No? So would you like to do that? If you feel you want to do that and this is an option for you, you will do that. No? And maybe you would have done that already. No? So maybe this is not an option for you, right?
Yes, when you live with them every day, then it's like there's a minimal interaction, but I don't know how to put it across. It's like I don't want to make the other person also feel, that she's being in herself all the time. And I don't want to make the soul also feel uncomfortable.
I see now your problem. See, this I cannot help you in this because I cannot help you in how to make people, how to please people, how to make people happy. I cannot help you in this. This part you have to take care. I can help you in how to make your soul happy, which basically is the best way of living life also with other persons. I don't say that you just renounce the personal life. No, not at all. So this part that what they will think about me is a personal way of looking at life in the first place anyway. So they are not so much of a person as much as you are right now when you are thinking in this language, no? Or not? And would you like to continue thinking in the personal language or would you like to transcend that personal language and very way of being? That's what is spirituality for, no? It is not for solving the personal problems in the spiritual way. There is no spiritual way to solve personal problems. And if it is there, that is not spiritual for me at all. That's part of being personal. Spirituality is for transcending the personal space, way of being. And when you transcend that, then you are for sure happy. So it is not in the personal way, it is a challenge. How to meditate, how to remain meditative or peaceful or joyful when I am with other people. The answer is you cannot. Like you cannot ultimately, you can little bit but not so much. That little bit is through meditation. If you meditate every day without thinking about any of these things, just don't think about any of these things, no need to discuss about any of these things. Just simply meditate every day more. Like that time when meditating, that time really meditate, don't think about any of these things or anything else that what I will get out of meditation. That will connect you to your being in a continuous manner more and more. And that continuity and that connection with your being will remain when you will be surrounded by people you know. You will still, your energies which are corresponding to their energy will still get activated in you, but you will not be involved with those energies so much. You will remain in the joyful spaciousness of your being during that time. This is the answer to it, for example. So for the person there is not much that can be done, but for the soul everything can be done. Now for the soul this is a opportunity, not a problem. Like what part of yourself is affected by this surrounding is not you. See this clearly. Aha, so this is not part of myself. That's very simple now. They are helpful. Now they are helping, no? Kabir says, Nindak niyare rakhiye, angan kuti chhawaye. The critic, we should keep the critic as close to us as possible, no? Like we should make a small, nice hut, if possible, with a cooler or AC in the hut, no? In our own courtyard, no? He says like this. Because that critic highlights my shortcomings or my ego, no? He says like this. So for a seeker of truth, for a soul, the story is very different, no? The approach, the outlook is very different for a soul, no? So this is the approach of the soul that, it's an opportunity. It's not a challenge. It is a problem for the ego. The ego is suffering here. Not the soul is suffering here. Soul is just waking up here like, oh, that's nice. It's an opportunity for me. No? Either I do something about it, like I remove this energy, or I know that I am not it. As soon as you know you are not it, why would you not like to remove this energy from you? It's a natural response of the soul. Because soul want to, in a way, individualize this whole body mind, no? By removing everything which doesn't belong to it, no? And signing everything, leaving footprints of its own self, no? In everything, no? Like this. Do you feel that this is helping you in a?
Yes, it is. I guess again the opportunity part, it is kicking in, and the next time whenever I'm in this particular situation, I will make sure that no, to be more aware, to be just present rather than just giving in and become personal. So
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Breathing will help you a lot in this. If you focus on your breathing, it's something very obvious, something very strong also. And it can very much pull you in a way. Like the breathing can kind of keep you in it in a way when that kind of compulsiveness is playing inside you. Know? Like there's a compulsiveness of a habit inside that as soon as something gets triggered inside us, our attention goes there and gets involved. And to break that, you can keep your focus on breathing. But know very well that what exactly you will get out of breathing. No? Because if you, this is one of the challenges of spiritual practices that we don't know really what we will get out of it. Like the actual spiritual practice will give us something really very different than what we imagine it will give us. That's why the struggle. No? So know very well that in this case, what breathing will give you. Breathing will just give you remaining in yourself as yourself. It will not give you anything else. It will not remove those energies. It will not make anything better in the personal sense. Please try to understand person, what is person. If you don't understand what is person, you will keep asking the questions or you will keep attending the needs of the person in the spiritual context where you want to be free from person. Please understand clearly. What is exactly a person here? You being personal is what is a person. You not being personal is what is being the being, no, that you are. So are you being personal about it? Personal, the opposite of personal could be, in the practical sense, neutral. Are you being neutral about it? Then you will notice that, yeah, there is a corresponding energy in me and it will get triggered. What's the big deal? And even you can just ignore it also. Every time you can ignore it. Like, you can see it as a fact. Like, okay, accept it that this is going to happen. Then you can find a cup of tea, coffee, that time during that time. You can find some other knack like focusing on the breathing. Or you can just simply ignore the whole thing, no? You see what I mean? Like there are so many solutions for it, but because we become personal about it, it becomes like prestige issue. Like it's connected to me, it's not really connected to what is happening to me, no? In me, no? Like it's happening to me, not in me. This is the big difference between being personal and not being personal. In the soul, things happen in the soul. In the personal state, things happen to the soul, like as if to the soul. No? Just know these differences and it will be so useful. No?
Let's say if I start singing in my mind in that moment, I am just negating the whole thing. So is it right thing to do or no? Because in
Why,
that
why it
state,
is
yeah,
not right thing to do? You first tell me, like, what is the question? Why? I'm trying to understand the question first so that I can answer accordingly. Why you feel it is not good? Like, why doubt?
I guess it's the ego asking the question. That's why I'm doubting it.
Yeah, so don't ask the question like this. Ask the question as yourself. Ask the same question, but as yourself. No? Either you will not ask the question because you already will get the answer before asking, or you will ask in such a beautiful, innocent way that it will work, I think. Yeah. And I will say, yeah, it will. As far as internal goes, you are the boss, no? Why you believe that there is something wrong? Are you harming anybody? No. You see what I mean? So it will totally work, no? However, you may get into a habit of singing internally. Now, how to be free from that will be another subject, maybe for another day. No? So beware of it. Sometimes don't sing also. No? I feel
Yeah,
using anything as a technique is always is fine. No?
like Osho says, जिसको अपनी मस्ती आ गई. So, like at times you just jump into that zone. I have experienced that, but then doubt comes in, mind plays in.
Now doubts comes in. What to do now? You know, it was very cute and sweet, no? But mind comes in is okay. But who attends the mind and why? This is my question. No? Like then why you attend the mind? Mind means what for you? Like mind comes in. What is the weightage or credibility of mind in this case? If you know mind means egoic and you don't want to attend ego, why do you attend it? No. So again, this is an opportunity, not a problem. No? It is an opportunity to evaluate that why do I attend mind now here. No? Otherwise, you are right. You can just pull up some nice, pull out some nice music song and just listen to it nicely and just be lost in your joy. Hey, this is time for joy, being joyful inside myself. It could work very nicely and it does work very nicely. Many people are not spiritual, but they still face such situation and they have succeeded very nicely through this kind of innovative ideas internally. No? But mind comes and then you can attend, see why I am attending mind. What is this mind? Who is saying it right now? That should be the outlook. It doesn't matter mind or no mind. Like what is going on, right? Like you can be more simple about it. What is going on here right now? I am enjoying my music because I don't want to attend this kind of, you know, struggle. Then some thought comes, why am I attending it? No. So this why I am attending it can show you so much more clearly something which is not clear to you yet. And as soon as it will become clear to you, you will become free from this kind of pull towards what we are calling mind. You know? Mind is not a normal thought. It's not a normal thought, no? Mind is that thought which you buy, which you get into, no? Isn't it? Why this thought is different than other thought, for example, no? That you must evaluate, no? That you must check. No? That's the work to be done here. Right now, are you in the mind or are you out of the mind?
Totally here.
Hmm?
I'm totally here
How do you
in
know
the
that you are
moment.
totally here, you are not in the mind? Let me try to create some doubt here.
I'm enjoying this moment.
So is this your definition that when I'm enjoying this moment, it means I'm out of mind?
No thoughts are coming in.
Thoughts are not coming in.
No.
Thought may not come in for many reasons. Sometimes thought like you are very tired. Let's say that time thought don't come also because even for thoughts to run, energy is needed, and that energy is not available in the brain and the body, right, is not supporting it, no. So this is possible that thoughts will not come. You are almost like in a coma, not real coma, but it's more like suspended state of body, mind, body and brain, no? So that time also thoughts will not come or will not be noticed. That again cannot be a really very uh, stable criteria for it, no? Something else, something deeper than that. So it is true that you are not in the mind right now, but how exactly, what is this not being in the mind? Try to find some other checkpoint or some other key for it, no? Because this being in the present is very good key really. You know, like I'm joyful here right now. This is a very good key. Any other key like this?
Sometimes it takes, like earlier, my mind used to run on light speed. Now, at times, it takes even to, stitch a sentence. I feel that I cannot find words.
No, that is different, I feel. That is more of a how things are happening in you, like evolving, no? Growing like this. But my question is that right now you are out of mind and how exactly you know? This is my question. No? This doesn't need to be referred, no, to the past, no? Is this happening in the past? No, it is just happening in the right now, no?
Yes.
So in the right now you are not in the mind. How exactly you are sure that you are not in the mind? This is the question. No? It's a very useful exploration because it will help you in not falling in the traps of mind which claim to be out of mind. No? Those are the real traps. Out of mind is never a trap, it's a freedom, free space of being. It's a sky. No? But those traps which appear to be like a freedom from mind, but they are not.
Any example that can help to understand it's a mind trap rather than.
Like there is a mind, there is a you, and you are out of mind. This is a mind trap, for example. When you are out of mind, neither there is a you, nor there is a mind, nor there is a out of it. There is just one thing. This just one thing. This one thing is being. And this one thing, this being is being out of mind. Living as the being is being out of mind. There is no other validity of it actually. Like a very beautiful way Guruji said that true emptiness of the being is not what is seen through the mind, but it is that in which mind is seen. No? So do you see your mind in you? Then you are out of mind. If you see yourself out of mind, then you are in the mind. This is the thing. You don't have to run away from the mind, suppress the mind or anything. No? Because simply mind is happening in you and not you in the mind. You are in the mind also, by the way. That is the time of engagement. When you are engaged with the mind, that is called being in the mind, no? Which is for a purpose, like for valid purpose. Like practical life, anything else, you are imagining, trying to recall something and just joyfully want to live some memory. That time you are in the mind. But learn how to go in the mind, learn how to get out of it also. Meditation is for that. Meditation is for that actually, for getting back that mastery. Because for meditation you have to get out of mind first. No? Once you are out of mind, without even knowing, you will be in the mind again because of the habit, the old habit. No? Like 1 second of not being in the mind, meditation, very beautiful. Followed by everything else, all the rest of the time, just in the mind again. Oh my God, what happened? Where I lost that joy? You know, like this. And slowly, you will start becoming clear. Again, you will come back to the meditative, free space of being, joyful state of being. slowly the wisdom will wake up that what exactly is happening here. You will become clear, I am not in the mind, I was never in the mind. Mind is inside me. I just go in it in a way, like I use it in a way, get engaged with it in a way, and that I try to see through the eyes of mind, the practical life, the individual life, no? Which is a necessity. And at some point also your other vision, the higher vision of your being, will not be blocked or will not be turned off when you are seeing through the individual mind. Like both will exist at the same time. And that's an amazing thing to experience and to live, no? Is good. I feel it's a good conversation.
Yes, it is. Uh, I think even the eyes play a vital role in distracting or in, you know, forcing the mind to work in a way rather than
Which eye we are talking about? Physical or non-physical?
physical eyes.
Physical eyes are not really doing anything on their own. I feel they are not doing anything on their own. They are just doing what brain is suggesting them to do, and brain is doing what the deeper egoic mind is suggesting that to do. So brain and the physical eyes are body and brain are in the hands of egoic mind only, no? Or can be in the hands of soul that you are. So you will see where you want to see, or you will see where the habit want to see, the ego want to see. No. So this is the thing. I don't think that they are independently to be blamed. Oh my God, my eyes are the problem. Not really. I don't feel that it is like this. Or if anything else you wanted to say, please say. It's not clear to me.
Like I have observed with myself that when I'm walking, right, and if I'm just focusing on the ground while walking, I'm still aware about somebody's passing by, but I'm not seeing them directly. All right. Then it's like I am not soaking in a lot of energy, external energy. I'm just,
In that way, yeah, that's true. See, in that way, what is happening here is that your brain is habitual of processing everything that is perceived through the mind, through the eyes. Now, if you feed the mind less through the eyes, it will process less, obviously. But it doesn't mean that it is something fundamentally changed here. No, it is just for the time being, can be a good practice, no? I always feel that we should understand really little bit what is going on here. Because unless we understand, we cannot make best use of even the most, like the best of the best practices, even. No? So it is always, by the way, a good practice. Like it has been suggested from the time of Buddha that when you are walking, a meditator, you should just not see so much here like this. You just see a little bit, few feet away from your feet. That's all. No? And also lowered eyes, not so much, like this. This saves energy like this. Because the less data given to the mind, the brain, the less it will process. The more it makes us free in a way for doing something, let's say being aware, being conscious, no? During that time of ourself, our body, our brain, our thoughts, our processing, no? Like this. Yeah. So in that way, yes.
thank you.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Nishant, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Thank you. I'd like to have a conversation. So it's about the way of the being and let's say samakrata, at least my understanding of it.
What was before that?
The way of the being.
Way of the being.
Yeah. Let's say the natural. I would say the natural state. Yeah. and samakrata, or what may prevent this totality from happening? Yeah. Yeah. So let us say that as a being, one is able to stay in the space of the being and is enjoying the joy of the being, the subtle joy that is there. Yeah. So when one is existing like this, there is really no tendency to just keep on spinning the mind. Yeah. When there is a need for a thought, it happens. Or if a thought happens also, there's a choice whether to attend to it or not, right? Or continue to just experience the being itself. Yeah. So the question can be, uh, or let's say this seems to me that this is samagrata. Like when there's a thought being attended, only that thought is attended. Yeah, and in that way, it is given its full focus is there on the thought. Yeah. So now when we look at the other side, when we are usually functioning as a person and we are doing things, there is a lack of samagrata. Yeah. And it seems to me, Rajee, that it could be because the moment. So it only needs an action needs only a certain amount of attention, so to speak. Yeah. But the moment we allow that remaining attention to be free, it kind of slips back to the being, and somehow we don't want that to happen. Yeah. Now the question is why. It seems to me, Rajee, the more we allow this to happen, this cycle of thought will break, right? And if it breaks, this ego cannot sustain. Yeah, it will break also, and naturally will slip out of the whole cycle. Can you speak a bit?
Yeah, it is very correct. Actually, you already explained very nicely all of it. It is very true. So what happens is that it is as if we have started spinning, let's say, and now we are getting a little tired of spinning. No? But now we know if I stop, I will fall. No? And I will get hurt. No? So now we have no other option but to keep spinning like this. So this is what is happening in the ego state, that the soul is spinning in the ego state. And now soul is afraid that if I stop, I will fall. No? But actually, it is not really the fear of the soul. It is the fear of ego itself, which is basically the falsity created out of identification. It is not the truth of the soul. So the truth, in the true truth of the soul, the true state of the soul, this fear does not come. That's why a soul, if can meditate, can come back to its true state. But the thing is that soul is not able to meditate for the same reason. Because it feels that if I let my attention go and rest in the being and not spinning in the mind, my mind will collapse. No? One very important thing I want to share with every one of you is can be like information for you, can be very useful, like immediately useful maybe, and can be for future also. This spinning of the mind, our attention feeding it and giving energy to it, has a certain time period. It cannot be forever. And when our time has come, when that time is up for this mind, it is going to collapse anyway. And that time, what we experience, what we call the dark night of the soul, basically is what happens after that. That the soul suddenly doesn't feel that I have any clue, any reference, any center, any way of knowing anything. That's where the soul feels darkness. And the wise souls normally would create a alternative way before that. That alternative way is meditation actually, the way of the being. No? Because this mind is going to collapse anyway. Like this mind is not really independent of the soul. It is for the play of the soul. No? So as long as the soul is rejoicing, soul is feeling joy by spinning in it, through spinning its attention in it, it continues. As soon as the soul starts feeling any form of suffering, it is a sign that this mind is going to collapse now, sooner or later. Meaning the soul is not enjoying this game anymore. Mind is a game for the soul. This mind, egoic mind, this spinning, is a game that the soul is playing with itself, no? Through its own tool, through its own energy, through its own thought and feeling energy, through its own attention, it has created this game. Now it wants to play some other game, no? Like this. I feel the best option is meditation actually for this, Nishant. Let yourself spin in the mind, like not you in this case, but let our attention spin in the mind, but still let us spend time. Even if this is the most difficult thing to do, meditation, we should still do it. Even if little bit of our attention comes out of this spinning mind into the soul, even then it is very good. And this gradual way is the best way, by the way, also. Sudden way can be very painful sometimes, very disturbing also sometimes. Gently, slowly, little bit by little bit, withdrawing our attention from this spinning mind into the heart, into the way of the soul. And all the energies, all the functioning, all the memory and reflexes of the body mind are also getting chance to get acclimatized to this new, corrected or changed position, isn't it? It's a very good way, really. No? The gradual way is a very good way, no? But in principle, what you are saying is very, very true. And there's one more benefit, very fundamental benefit in meditation, that you, the soul, start sensing yourself. Not that you know yourself, like not that you have become aware of yourself, generally speaking, in the beginning, no? But you would start sensing yourself up to the degree that you will start losing that fear of collapsing, fear of falling, fear of this mind stopping, and that's where you will allow this mind to also not be fed by your attention and just relax, just not doing anything. And that's a very good correction taking place in a very right speed in a way. Meditation is not just for being peaceful, it is for discovering who we are, for experiencing and then becoming aware of who we are. Because you are just sitting here right now, not doing anything in the mind. Do you think you can avoid self-awareness? Nobody can avoid self-awareness. Whatever you do, you can simply not ignore or avoid self-awareness here if you don't do anything. Like self-awareness is bound to happen. This is the point. No technique for it. This is the technique. Meditation is the technique. So when somebody says without doing meditation that I am trying to be aware of who I am, who is saying this? It is the soul saying in the ego state, no? So it is the ego becoming aware of the ego, no? Which does not really help so much, but in some way it does. Meditation helps so much more. Like a combination of 2-3 things helps the best, I found. Because we just take one thing and we think that it will take care of everything else. Generally, no. In some cases, maybe, but mostly no. Best option is contemplation. No? Through that, we come to stable clarity in the mind. Because it is the mind which is deciding everything for us when we are in the ego state. If mind says the world is collapsing, then the world is collapsing for us. Doesn't matter if world is totally peaceful or not. No. So this mind, which is declaring everything, should be arranged in such a way that it becomes very stable and much more aligned with the truth than it is right now. This is what is stable clarity. And this is a big job done. Now, when you will wake up, slip out of this ego mind into the truth of who you are, this mind is not going to, oh my God, what is going on? So many people have reported to me so far that fears coming, strange kind of fears coming. The other day only, somebody was, in a group saying that as if everything is collapsing. I thought, but I thought that everything has already collapsed few months back, no? No, everything is collapsing. Though that everything was more subtler sense of identity collapsing actually. But that person is not at all disturbed because of that stable mind. Like, yeah, it's okay. I'm feeling like this, but not that I'm disturbed. No? And also because of this continuous joy. So these are two very correct steps towards coming to the truth of who we are, to live this emptiness that we are, which is what we discover in the self-knowing, the third step or third component, no? Third attainment. No? Prabhat Suddhi is very important for purification of energies. What is purification? Removing the dust and also removing all that which is not necessary anymore. Which makes it so much more easier also because energies contribute whenever mind freaks out, whenever mind is not stable, it freaks out. When mind freaks out, energies get stirred up. When energies are much more egoic, the much more egoic stirring up of the energies happens. When the energies are less egoic, more pure, more empty, that stirring up creates only more joy, not disturbances. You see what I mean? Like if your memory of energies don't contain traumas, sufferings, unhappinesses and negativity, then when they stir up, they will only emit what they contain now or not. But in the present state, when we have not done any work on the energies through Prabhat Suddhi, we are just going to end up experiencing all that trauma contained within the memory of energies at once. No? And that is a lot of a negative experience to go through. No? So all these three things together have to be combined. I feel for a pleasant way, pleasant, joyful way to come to the truth of who we are or coming out of mind. No? Do you feel that it's all coming aligned in one alignment?
Yes, Rajee, absolutely. Yeah. Can I add one thing, Rajee?
Yeah.
So you mentioned that meditation actually helps when for the being to orient towards itself. Something to that effect you mentioned, no? Just one thing I would like to add, Rajee, that this kind of showcases, how the teacher can help. Being in the presence of a teacher can really help in all of this, yeah. Why I say so is it is a taste of what meditation by the self can achieve, by myself can achieve. It is showing a taste of that. Being in satsang, that's what I meant. It shows that the joy, that the what is possible. So when that is there, sitting in meditation has a guidance that it's possible this way. Yeah. So when that sorry, go ahead, please.
No, it's good. Thank you.
Yeah. So when there is clarity in what meditation can do, so that that one step before that also gets clarity. That when an mind is doing something, when there is spare capacity, this meditation is good. So that also we get clarity.
It's true. What happens is that initially meditation is an idea only. We don't really know what we will get out of it. No? What taste we are going to get, or what exactly we are going to experience in that meditation is what we taste in satsang already. When first time we are talking or listening about meditation. And that's a very good contribution of the satsang, of this teacher also, no? That you already have the taste of what has been given as a practice or as an instruction that, okay, try to follow this. Then you will already know when you are succeeding and when you are not. So in this way, yes, it is. Meditation is nothing but the way of the being, when the being is living in its pure way, no? Like not being involved in the individualness of the body mind. That time what it experiences is what we call generally meditation, no? It's natural state, no? But that natural state is available here also to every one of us. All the time, and also individual times when you, let's say, talk or listen or, request something or, like this. So that taste of meditation is continuously available here. So you are very right, and then that helps a lot in meditating because it encourages us. It makes it more clear also to us what is meditation and what it is not. What is the taste of meditation and what is not. No? Meditation is not really uh, like the meditation that I talk about is the core meditation, not a particular type of meditation, the very core of the meditation, which leads to self-realization. I'm talking about that meditation. So this meditation does not have any particular components as such. It uses maybe certain things like breathing it can use, for example, watching it can use, awareness it can use, but ultimately it is the being living in itself by itself, no? Like this. Which is more of a internal learning, Nishant. And that if done alive in a satsang like this, very quickly you can learn. And when you have practiced enough, you have known what is not meditation. Now when you come to satsang, you very quickly can know what is meditation now. No? Like this. Because meditation is a very mysterious thing in the sense of learning it through the mind or thinking about it, no? Or practicing it even. Like meditation cannot be practiced. It is said like this. And everybody has to practice meditation also, I say to you. Because if you don't practice meditation, you will continue practicing ego. These are the two choices, practice ego or practice meditation. Yes, practice ego means live in the thoughts or not. No? Like this. So meditation does many things, a lot of struggle and everything happens, but that all is very useful. No? It highlights, it makes us aware that how much I am caught up in the thinking. No? One thing very interesting I noticed when we were talking, Nishant, that mostly in satsang we are not really clear what to take from here. Also, this is one of the challenges. That's why I am saying that so much is possible here in satsang that you can take home or you can live, but just you need to be more clear. Like what I'm calling stable clarity is really very, very valuable. Because as soon as you, the soul, start becoming more stable in any way, in any state, you somehow start uh, coming in touch with your own wisdom of the being. And that knows really what is the best for me in this moment. No? Otherwise, we will just keep spinning in those thoughts and feelings and beliefs that this is spirituality and these concepts and that, you know what I mean? All of that. That should be done before satsang and after satsang. No? Contemplative conversations, yes, very useful. But what are we getting, taking away? What are we taking home from satsang? That's something becomes more clear to us, and then we take more also. No? All of you, what are you taking from this satsang today? Think about it right now, because still we have some time left. No? If you could not get, you can get now. You see what I'm saying? So, Nishant, there's a big misunderstanding about meditation also. Meditation looks like a dull kind of a state of meditation. Like, this is meditation. No, this is not meditation at all. This is the opposite of meditation. You see what I mean? That's why any one of you, let's say when we are talking about meditation, you start setting your seat. Okay, we are going to go in the guided meditation. What are you doing? You are basically moving, doing your, rearranging your seat based on your past experience or knowledge of meditation. No. No, that's not really going to take you into the meditation. That's going to take you in the memory of meditation only, no? This practice that we do together here in satsang is not that kind of meditation. It's much more alive, to be attended immediately, no, without setting anything, without changing any position of your body or anything, no. You see what I mean? Immediately, if it can be attended. But everybody has their own thing to do, no. So the potential of satsang is so much more, Nishant, than what you are saying. Self-realization can happen in this satsang, in every satsang, with me also. No? You just need to be available here, no, right now. Because it looks like as if we are just talking about practices. What about realizing the truth of who you are right now? No? From my side, it is 100% available and possible for everyone. It's just about you. Are you available? Are you clear that it is important for you, most important now? No? Like this. So what is self-realization in this context where we are talking? Just to give a little bit clarity also. No? That there is something called I am in the mind, ego. And I'm getting, now we are getting out of the mind into the space of being. Meditation is the way of the being. No? And slowly we are getting here like this. No? None of these things here will lead to self-realization directly right now. No? What will lead to self-realization right now? It's about you who is talking to me about all of this. What about you? This you, if can turn towards yourself, this will lead to self-realization. No? Which is so very possible here and facilitated by the grace of God, by the grace of my Guru, prasad of my Guru is here. No, because of that you can actually do it immediately, supported every way. So this you who is talking about everything, this you who is saying the learning and coming actually really coming into the way of the being also, this you is the self, and you have to realize who you are right now. This is self-realization. Everything that you said, everything that you understood, everything that you experienced, not today only, everything so far in all the time of this universe, all of that can be put aside now. Now you alone stand, absolutely alone, without touching anything. And now find out, experience, know, be aware of who you are. This is what is going to lead you to self-realization. If anything is happening in your body mind, it can be noticed by you, just gently. No? But if any thought activates in you, that's not good then. Then you are not standing on your own. No? Because thought is activated by you, not by mind. There is no mind which activates thoughts. No? It's you who is activating thoughts, the thinker. If you are not touching anything, you will not activate thoughts anyway. No? And then no thought will be activated now. I hope it is not stressful, because it is most joyful actually. Because it is not about losing anything. There is no such thing as losing anything. There is no such thing as losing anything in the direction of awakening. It is all losing the imagination in which the soul has been living. And that may look like a lot sometime, no? But I don't think, Nishant, in your case it is like this right now. So you are not anyway losing anything. Then what can be the stress? No? What can cause stress here, like a fear or something? No, everything remains as it is. We discussed, we explored, we known, we have grown. All that is spiritual growth that happened together. No? Now let us focus on awakening also, no? Self-realization also, no? Just a little bit. And for that you are required, not your states of energies, not your state of mind, not your way of looking. Your attention is also not required for self-realization. Your attention is also not required for self-realization. Only you are required. But you need to be this much aware of yourself that you can decide to not touch anything now. No? Which is what we have practiced in different ways in meditation, in conversations also here. No? How to not touch anything. So you are coming from, in this framework of 2110, you are coming to zero now. Zero not in the sense of zero being, but zero in the sense of zero knowledge. Self-realization goes through the gate of zero. No? The self-realization happens through the gate of zero. No? You have to cross through the gate of zero, and you cannot take anything with you. You will have to leave everything on this side of the gate. No? So, are you ready to be zero now? Zero knowledge. Zero knowledge basically means everything zero now. Only you who can pass through this gate is the pure being. Anything you have cannot pass through this gate of zero. It is too narrow for any thought, any feeling, any understanding, any knowledge, any spiritual experience. And as you are able to leave everything in a way on this side of this gate of zero, you will not have to go through this gate. You will start waking up that I am already on the other side of the gate. And this is precisely what is self-realization. The self realizes that I am already on the other side. I was never on this side. What is the point of trying to be free? I am not on this side anyway. No. So Nishant, this nothingness that you are is never on this side anyway of somethingness. This somethingness is the field of form, time, space. On the other side is the pure being that you are, the nothingness. When this nothingness that you are, that pure being that you are, realizes that I am on this other side already and always, this is what it means to be free from identification, free from ego mind, or free from ego. This where you are, Nishant, this is the second bird. This is that second bird in this Advaita, no? Example of Advaita. This is second bird. Everything else is belong to first bird actually, or contained or done in some way by the first bird only. This first bird cannot be free because it cannot be free from itself. No? For this first bird, the freedom is the realization that I am not independent. I am part of the universal consciousness. No, Brahma. I am part of universal consciousness. This is the freedom of this first bird. Second bird has no freedom and no bondage. So it is the first bird, which is the drop, merges with the ocean of the cosmic, collective, universal consciousness. Second bird never merges anywhere or into anything. It alone exists, and for it there is nothing else. It has no other. It does not know any other than itself. But as long as the body will live, there will be a sense of individual created or felt every morning. So thank you. I think it's good. Thank you. Because I felt what is a nice time. So, that kind of call came from inside me. Thank you, beloved. Very nice to live this truth with you all actually. No? Thank you. Meera, you want to say something?
Hello, beloved.
Hello.
My connection is good. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yes. I just wanted to express my gratitude to you. And I feel very privileged that we can spend time with you and that you give us such essential pointers. And I just feel very touched. And now with your guidance, yeah, I cannot add much more than that.
I'm very happy that you joined this guiding, and I felt also that you joined. No, it's very, very nice. Because there is such a subtle thing that you can understand now that everything that you have done on the spiritual path has helped you now in giving value to it, no? To this simple thing. Like when this such a simple thing happens and you realize, oh my God, this is that, you know? And your whole being joins immediately, like now, this is not the time for thinking or anything else. The door kind of, as if the door has opened. So I'm very happy that you joined like this now. So our efforts are not useless really. They are adding in some way, helping in some way. Everything is helping in some way. But fundamentally it is helping in what I share, like giving stable clarity to our mind, some purification to the energies, no? And bringing us into the heart to experience this continuous joy. Because as long as our mind is not stable and we are not tasting continuous joy, we are in some way going to compromise, kind of hold in, always give up against the mind. Like mind will win, no? Mostly because of this. And as long as mind is winning, we don't have time to focus on who we are. No? That's why it's kind of necessary initially. Otherwise, this method of meditation can take you also here actually, by the way, one day. Because when you don't do anything, you're just sitting. What happens is that you become total in a way. You become total. Total means whole of yourself when not doing anything. Then identification is broken that time also. That which is beyond it is visible, available, like reveals itself and living this totality also at the same time, like this. So it happens through that also, but mostly meditation is happening in the same field where the mind is happening, no? So that's why there is always a possibility of being pulled again and again, and rarely one can fully sit here. But together also it's very easily possible.
I hope the connection is good enough that you can hear me. Good. I don't know about practice or about giving time to see, like clear. I feel if something happens in between, for example, now I was sick and so I was in bed and then I had pain and things like that. And it's almost like there's less clarity there or something. And it's like a recovery also of experiencing the clarity more in the body and to come back to actually value the time for myself. Maybe it is like this, I don't know. So it's kind of a question. And what I want to add to this also is that I had times for longer periods where there was such a pull that the sitting was just like, also there was much more bliss and this experience were much stronger. And now it's hard to say really, like, to give a difference of meditation or sitting and non-sitting. And the best sittings are the ones where I'm not really meditating, but just recognize, kind of. Because the sitting can, or the meditation can, almost like there's a doer there. So there's always, it will never work. It feels like this a little bit. And I just feel I need some clarification in this kind of a new way of relating.
I see your point. So meditation actually is not for us if we are partial in meditating too much. No? Like let's say just 10-20% of ourself is trying to sit and rest of ourself is busy in thinking and doing something or waiting for something to be done, then we are not going to succeed really. No? Not in this core meditation. That meditation has to be a practice which is more like a doing, not really a non-doing. No? And for that, that's why I say that totality is a very good practice for meditation also, for meditation to succeed also. Like if you can be total in doing what you are doing, there is no way you will not sit without doing anything for some time after that. It is a natural result of that. Meditation is a natural result of totality of doing, no? Like the soul will take a break for some time. That break is called meditation. That is the way of the being to take a break. Meditation is a way of the being to take a break, no? But the being cannot taste itself or cannot come to contentment until it does something totally, no? When it does something totally, it feels a certain contentment, certain joy, like a fulfillment. It feels fulfilled in some way, like after a long time. Oh my God. Especially when the soul is living in a ego state, when it gets that taste of fulfillment, feels so nice. Like it just like to stop for a moment now. I don't want to connect to the thoughts and feelings right now, to this life right now. I want to remain here. This is what is taking a break. The soul takes a break for a few minutes. And it is what is meditation.
Can I give an example of yesterday? Yes. So there was a lot going on just the last days, and there was a tremendous joy that I could just in the evening sit down and forget about everything. So also tears were there, like a longing were there, and empty also. But like now, for example, it's not. I was not unhappy or anything. There was like. Yeah, there was a knowing kind of that it's good, it's empty. But like now, it's not only like all this, it's just there's more clarity and more like the totality is what is and not only a practice or something. So.
Yeah, totality is very good really, by the way, because totality is what leads us to just sitting and not doing anything for some time. Because you cannot really continuously do things in the way of totality. We are doing continuously things, we are continuously thinking because we are not able to think well or think totally. No? We are not able to do things well in the practical life also, or we are not able to deeply experience life also. That's why we are trying to experience continuously and do things continuously. No? As soon as you start being total, like let's say you are totally able to experience a flower, that the beauty of it, the fragrance of it, no? Your soul will try to take a break now here before going to another experience. Like you want to enjoy it for some time now. You want to sit by yourself now. Don't want to jump to next experience now. That jumping on to next experience is for different reasons. One is that with the hope that next experience will give me that depth or contentment which I am seeking for, which I have not had so far and I am trying. Another is to cover up that discontentment also, which we felt in the previous experience because of not going deep enough. Otherwise, you will take a break now. Ah, okay. Like, let's say you had a very nice ice cream, and I will say, hey, it's a very nice, mm, you know, some other dish, salty, like nice pasta or something. You will say that sweet ice cream is still on my tongue, and I would like to kind of live it, you know, like this. When you are trying to experience emptiness, the soul is trying to experience emptiness in you, not necessarily this is what is emptiness. No, emptiness is like this. When the soul is sitting empty, empty means not doing anything. Just sitting, not doing anything. Just like this, not like a special state or something. Just like this, you are truly not doing anything, just sitting, the being is sitting. If you can sit without doing anything like this, the soul, there is a threshold here of time. Until that time within that threshold of time, before that threshold of time, you will fall back or bounce back into the sense of doer and again will start doing. But if you cross that threshold of time, internally it will be revealed to you, I am not experiencing emptiness. I am the emptiness experiencing everything. So that self-realization of the being is never on this side of experiences. Emptiness is not an experience, it's a realization. The emptiness realizes that I am emptiness. This is what is realization. And now it has no fight or enmity with any experience that is going on inside. Because they are not cancelling it. They are not cancelling the emptiness that you are anymore. And now truly you will be total in a way. Total means total emptiness, allowing totally everything of the body mind to function in harmony, in a divine rhythm. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing really to experience. Very nice, beloved. Very nice talking to you.
That was kind of the cherry on top what you just said. Like, it's exactly that kind of little tiny thing which makes a huge difference. And I want to bring something into this light here also, that there seem to be, I think it was Deepa mentioned something similar, but there seem to be some unconscious thing where then the person gets attracted to please maybe someone, and then you go out of yourself, but you don't even need to do this. You can still do the functional thing, but stay kind of here. So
Yeah.
I would take it with
Yes,
you.
it's true.
Thank you so much.
I mean, I don't think there is anything wrong in pleasing anyone if you want to do so consciously, knowing very well what you are doing and why, But the problem is that we don't want to do and we are doing. That's the problem. That's the bondage part of it. And that bondage we cannot become free from it so easily unless we know what is the mechanism, how we are bound to it. Like how we are obliged to do certain things, why we get obliged to do certain things internally. Unless we understand this, we cannot be free from it. Like so many people in different industries being paid so much more money and still unhappy continuously. Oh my God, what a horrible job I am doing. I used to ask them that, what about salary? Have you forgotten totally that you are getting a salary, a very, very, very good salary, like much more than normal people earn? Like, have you totally forgotten that you are running a very good car and a house and going into big restaurants and everything? As if we forget. So just balancing these things. Bondage is more connected to not being aware of things and believing many things to be to be true in a way. They are not true really. So being aware of truth, of who we are, brings out that light in which things start becoming more and more clear to us how they are. Then if something doesn't feel like continuing, will not continue. Certain things feel like totally fine, they continue. No? There is no fixed definition of self-awareness. There is no fixed definition of awakening. No? That awakening looks like this always. It doesn't really. Sorry, but it doesn't. It's very, very individualized in every one of us. Very individualized. No? Its face will be your face mirror. No? The face of awakening in you will be your face. No? But because it doesn't have any face of its own, no? It will look like you when you are waking up, no? Or not? Do you see what I'm saying?
I just see myself putting flowers at your feet.
It's a very simple thing if you see, and it's so difficult if you don't. This is the full point. Like I always say that if any one of you can figure out truly what is your problem, we can solve it together here right now. And if you cannot, then do contemplation. Contemplation is for figuring out what is exactly my problem of life that I'm trying to solve. Like what is causing me unhappiness in my life, no? And there is a possibility that the outcome of contemplation will be truly you done contemplation and you found out that I don't really know what is the cause of my unhappiness. But then you have become free from all the reasons that your mind used to give for unhappiness. That people are doing like this and things are looking like this, I'm doing like this. All of that you have become, your life has become so happy now, so joyful now. No? Everything is perfect now. No? Then we will meditate together. No? Because meditation is for that. When your soul has everything in this life perfectly functioning well, everything is happening the way it should happen, and yet you are not happy. For that, this longing in your heart has to be unlocked now. We can do that together very easily. Your longing is like a bud, it will start opening up like a flower. Because it's time to open the bud more, like the deeper bud has to be opened up now. That's what is the sign that everything is fine in life, but I'm still not so happy. I want more happiness. You are not unhappy, by the way. This is a different thing. We think that the awakening is the answer for unhappiness. No. Awakening is the answer for the sense that I can get more from my life and still I'm getting life. It has nothing to do with unhappiness really. Unhappiness is a very personal, individual declaration. Do something at that level and that will get corrected. No? I'm just sharing these things so that you get motivated a little bit and we work together, look together. I mean, thank you, Ji. Thank you. God bless you. Ojas, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Everything that you shared is so precise, so correct. Like it I resonate so much. Really appreciated your guiding or pointing earlier. I can't remember what it was, but it went.
I also don't remember anything. Thank God that you don't remember. Let us start fresh.
I find I'm finding lately that I'm so doing something or the other in life, some activities or and then awareness comes in, and it's like, oh, where was I this whole time? I was sleeping or what? And it's not me becoming aware. It's like me. I am that awareness, and the one who was doing those activities was just going on anyway. And it's like, oh, but I was not here at all this whole time. Where was I? So I just a couple of things, little things here and there I wanted to share with you. I felt it was beneficial to just put my hand up, and it kind of like crystallizes my being and just being in front of you.
Oh, it's good. It's good. This is a good sign, by the way. Because awareness coming back is a good sign. Because it is the result of your deep longing in your heart and your corresponding efforts also now, no, in sadhana. It always works, but it doesn't work the way we expect it to work. Because we are anyway imagining everything, including who we are, including what awakening is, what self is, what results of awakening sadhana are also. No? So not in that way, but it always works, always works. So those who continue sadhana, they succeed also. Sadhana and satsang, I feel. They for sure succeed. So this is the result of that. I clearly feel that it is coming back, no? Because you wanted to be aware, and something which seems to be in the way, which was basically your engagement with that thing is being less now, and then suddenly it comes. It's a good sign, really, I feel.
So you just now you were just sharing with Meera, what questions do you actually have, or what what difficulty are you facing? So really, essentially, there is nothing, but that's why there is also some sense of self-criticism, like why am I not able to give more, some distraction, something. But essentially there are no like doubts. One little thing is there that I would like to bring up. This also I think I know, but and I think it's been shared by a lot of seekers that like losing interest in interacting with people, because I find that it's very easy to become a person when I'm interacting with people, and especially now that I have so-called spiritual friends, then like sharing spirituality but through words and through mind, it's a waste, and it you know it takes me back. uh, so I realized I'm becoming quite a recluse, like really avoiding, like some people are calling me, okay, come here, let's go spend some time, or um, I'm not doing any of those things, like avoidance of friends, family, not even wanting to engage in like travel, like, okay, it's there, I will travel when I have to travel, but right now, like the priority, the the biggest desire seems to be something which has got nothing to do with any interactions or any experiences, travel, something like that. But like I don't have an issue with it, but I think it's becoming quite extreme, like I'm not going out of house, not doing things. Just wanted to check with you.
I feel here with very simple checks can help. That it may really happen to some of us that we will feel so absorbed in our being and finding it to be most valuable and highest attainment of our life so far, that we may not feel interest in doing anything else. It is possible. It is possible. But it does not mean that during this time you will have any doubt, any confusion, any division, or any sense that I should go out. Maybe I'm missing out something there. No, that is not possible. If that is happening, it is mainly a sign of division somehow, as if some energy want to go out and you are not letting it go out because of some reason, some misunderstanding. No? I feel it is healthy to little bit go out also. Like extreme is always a not good idea in the spirituality. Balance is always very good. Like not doing anything, just meditating, not doing anything, should be taken as one of the two mm, points where we should swing a little bit like this, and then doing. Out of not doing anything, energy is created, peace is created, sense of centeredness is created, then functioning through it, like spending it. We should spend it now. Then next day again, like this. And this whole thing is going to balance everything so well that somehow as if we will become free from doing anything, really, in the body mind level, and we will become free for ourselves, for discovering who we are.
Yes, Raji, I totally agree. Just some reflections were coming up as you were sharing. I think I'm wanting to meditate or do nothing so much because I'm not meditating well. The quality of meditation is not good. I'm still divided while I'm doing nothing.
Yes,
And
yes. I hope
it
that
can be,
I hope you are aware that totality is going to help you a lot, but not totality of not doing. Totality of not non-doing will be attained by totality of doing. And doing does not necessarily mean a interaction with a person, going out of your house. In the house, there are many things. It's always a very good idea to sleep at night, rejuvenate. But it is also not a good idea to sleep in the day. I mean, unless if somebody is sick or somebody has a habit of taking a nap after lunch or something. But in the day, let's say you are not taking a nap after lunch, you are not sick also. Sleeping in the day is not a good idea, right? So that is what is opposite of being total. Sleeping, but not eyes are not closed, but we are still sleeping. That's what is being absent from what we are doing right now in this room, in this house. So in the daytime, sleeping is not good if we have chosen not to sleep in the daytime. This is what is ego or being absent. And this is going to be like an energetic pull that to remain like not motivated, not inspired, it's like no, if you attend it, it's just going to continue live on you forever. It is living on you and not letting you live who you are as what you are. This is why you need to transcend it. Like just ignore this whole thing and just focus on what you are doing. Create a lot of work for you whole day. You just keep doing, and you'll be surprised that this simple thing, just keep spending yourself continuously, every day. Don't save yourself in the day. That's the whole key. And that will enable you to feel that kind of very deep contentment at the body mind level also. Like a completion, you feel completion in some way. Like that's kind of very healthy. I'm feeling very healthy. You will feel like I'm feeling in a way very holistic, very well connected in a way, like harmonious in a way. And then you can meditate very easily. Or maybe your breaks between the total doings will be called meditations. Naturally. Because meditation is not a special thing. Fundamental meditation is not a special thing. It's just as much as you can do something, that much you can stop doing. No? If your ego is doing this task or you are doing it, if you are doing it, you can also not do it. No? This not doing is meditation. Choosing not to do is meditation. It's like this. And for that you have to test first that am I doing it or my ego is doing it. Like this. So totality is a test also, no? For awakening from the imagination that like doing in the conditioned, habitual way.
thank you, Raji. Very good pointing. And yes, I can do my activities with more totality, more sharpness. and more presence. And even the time for doing nothing can be more sharp. What I mean by that is not with dullness, not like, okay, I'm doing nothing, but in between doing something, getting caught up with something, like, yeah. And giving the full day to not doing anything then creates that dullness. So doing some intentional activity, I think, will help as well.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Thank you for that.
totally. Actually, trying to learn how to not do anything, like trying to learn meditation for a whole day, may be a okay idea, But even then, it will become monotonous. That's why it is better to just try fully, just for some time, and then let go. Then move on with your daily life as usual, no? Like this. Because, as you said very correctly, this continuously doing the same thing like this creates a lot of internal hypnosis even. Then we don't get really much out of it. We have to do a lot of break in between to break this kind of continuity in a way. While we should remain continuous also. The real attainment requires real effort. No? It is good. No, thank you.
Thank you, Raj.
Very very good. So I think it's a good. We are at the end of this meeting now. And if somebody has quickly to discuss something, you can talk, and then we end this meeting.
Feels like completely new, as if this is the first time
Completely new.
I'm with you, and the whatever was happening inside, it was exciting. There were challenges, and which never happened before, and I took that as opportunity that I was focusing on my breathing that time, and I was with you, and there were moments when I completely forgot I'm a male or a female or what nationality. And I was completely with you. And I'm really grateful to you. And I could feel that you splashing the Ganga Jal on me, literally, your blessing. So thank you, thank you.
Yeah, this is the prasad of my guru. No? Very, 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 very nice. Satsang is actually what you make out of it. No? I see that you are making such a good use of it. No? Thank you. Very, very nice. But I don't want to restrict satsang for only the highest attainment. If it is for you, yes, let's go for it. And we will go for it always, like in this case, in your case. But also, if there is a confusion, let's look at it also. No? Like anything which is in the way of your stable clarity, anything which is in the way of attaining continuous joy, anything which is in the way of knowing who you are, no? Let's look into it, no? Like it is totally good to have a stable mind, stable clarity, no? It is so much more joyful to be continuously joyful. Continuous joy is like a discovery of this inner Ganga, no? That is discovered inside, which is water is pure always, always pure. Like any impurity or sense of impurity happens in the heart, like like this felt, that felt, and all of it washed away by it. You feel like, hey, nice, I'm washed again, like empty, like pure, fresh, joyful again. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Like this. You just have to get used to of it, because we are not used to of living with continuous joy. We are used to of living with continuous sense of suffering, unhappiness, sense of lack. Our body mind and our life mostly has got adjusted very nicely. there will be a sense of lack, there will be a sense of suffering, and I have to do something about it and chasing, searching for something for it and so on. But we are not used to living in continuous joy. It may sound very strange, Swabha, but this continuous joy will not let you become unhappy. This is the biggest challenge we are going to face. And unhappiness is all our life. Our identity of ego depends on unhappiness. If we can let go of unhappiness, we have dropped the ego already. Like continuously it is trying to find some reason to be unhappy. That's why the biggest challenge in living that discovery of this river of continuous joy inside us is that we are not ready. We feel who I will be. What is my identity here? If I'm continuously joyful, it looks too cheap sometimes, too simple maybe. Like it is not great at all. It feels like this. Yeah, however, it is greatest actually. Simple, but continuously fresh joy. This fresh joy is being only, being only. Now you are not sitting on the side of the river, you are in the river now. Continuously living joy is like you are in the river now. Very soon you will be able to notice there is the other side of the river also. That is what is the being, which is not touched by anything, which is never entering into this river of time. It's naturally so. It's just right here, always inside you. So very, very good, beloved. Thank you. Thank you. You just remain simple like this. हमन है इश्क मस्ताना, हमन को होश यारी क्या, रहें आजाद या जग में, हमन दुनिया से यारी क्या. Kabir says like this, that we are drunk with the divine. We are drunk in the divine love. We don't need the cleverness of mind. And we remain free in this world. We have no relation or friendship with anyone. रहें आजाद या जग में, हमन दुनिया से यारी क्या. Cleverness of the mind can be used to be free from mind. That's what is contemplation. Using the cleverness of the mind to be free from it. No? Totality is the way. Everywhere, totality is the way. Totality is the way out, actually. Everywhere, totality is the way out. Not being total is the way to remain bound. Everywhere, whether it is mind, whether it is heart, experiencing or anything. When we are not sufficiently total in the mind, in the thinking, then thoughts and the conditioning is running the thoughts, and conditioning and thoughts are our master here. When we are sufficiently total in the thinking level, then we are the master. Meaning we are out of thoughts now, while remaining with the thoughts only. Now we can control in the sense of use them as we want to. Same happens in the heart also. When we are not crystallized as an experiencer of our experiences, of emotions, of any other feelings, then they are our master. No? They make us feel what we feel. We think that I am happy right now. No, it is the declaration of the passing energy, which is saying you are happy right now. Okay, I am happy right now. Then also next thought can say, next feeling can say, you are unhappy right now. Oh yeah, I am unhappy right now. But if you, the experiencer, can become more crystallized, you will become self-aware, and you will know that I am independent of experiences. I can enjoy them, but they don't need to dictate what and how I am right now. No? So this is what is continuous joy, from where the continuous joy begins. That you experience that I am joyful, and I am experiencing things like unhappiness, happiness, and everything like this. Again, the same thing. The more of you, the more freedom. More of you together. Like this. So, beloved, you are your freedom. Your own dividedness is your bondage. Please be aware of it. No thoughts, feeling, or realms, any realms of consciousness can bind you. You are the soul, naturally bound to live free. We just have to claim it in a way by understanding and practicing our understanding. Like so I think it's good. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you everyone. Very, very nice to meet all of you today. Thank you.